Hey guys, so today you are greeted with my bare face with zero makeup on because today, as I said at the end of my last video, I am doing the £20 makeup challenge. I went shopping with my friend Becca earlier on in the week for all the stuff, as she is also doing this challenge on her channel as well, so I'll pop a link to her video in the description box below. This challenge is actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be quite easy to find a full face of makeup for under £20, but I actually ended up spending exactly £20, and it would have actually been more than that if there hadn't been an offer on some of the makeup I bought. So technically I don't know if that counts as cheating, but it was still 20 is what I paid, and if it wasn't on offer it would be over 20, but I paid 20 for all of the stuff I bought that day. The two places I bought stuff from were Boots and Superdrug, which if you don't live in the UK, Boots and Superdrug are kind of our high street drugstore brand type places that sell a range of different makeup brands. Also, side note, I know some people decide to include brushes in this £20 makeup challenge, and originally me and Becca were going to include brushes, but we decided that we don't like using cheap brushes, and cheap brushes sometimes make products worse than they actually are. So I'm going to be using a selection of my Real Techniques and Zoeva brushes, and in my personal opinion I always say invest in a good set of brushes and you can probably make any makeup look semi-decently okay, and I highly recommend the Real Techniques ones. First things first, arguably the most important part of your makeup routine is foundation, and I went for the 17 On The Spot foundation in the shade Biscuit, and I struggled with shading with this. They didn't really have a shade that matched my skin very well, so I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work on my face. But this is $5.99 full price, but 17 Makeup had a deal on where you could get all their products were 2 for £8, so I got this and another item I'll show you later on, so really I only paid £4 for this one. I'm going to be applying it with my Zoeva 102 Silk Finish brush, so let's see how this goes. Pumping it on my hand. I always pump my foundation onto the back of my hand and then use the brush, dab it kind of in and just onto my face. So let's see. Actually looks an alright shade. It looks like it might match my face. If I end up looking to the side at any time at all, like over there, it's because I've got a mirror there so I can check. Everything is blended in. It's very liquidy, this foundation. I'm not a big fan of really liquidy foundations. It does look to be giving quite a good coverage. I mean, it does say it's a full coverage foundation, which I quite like, because then I don't have to wear concealer when I'm wearing a proper full coverage foundation, and the less makeup I have on my face, the better. The only issue I'm having with it is that because I haven't put primer on, I tend to have like dry patches and it needs to be clinging to any of my little dry patches, but let's finish the rest of the face. First impressions of this is that I do actually quite like this foundation. It is a nice coverage. It's covered up all kind of my spots, and I don't think I'd need to wear concealer with this, which is good. I always set my foundation with powder. The one I usually use is a collection pressed powder in the shade Translucent, but for the sake of this challenge I picked up the MUA Just Pressed Powder, it's called, in shade Free, and this was only £1. So if this works, I will be very happy. Let's give this a shot. So I'm using the Real Techniques powder brush that I got off their website. I think it only came to like £3 when I got it on their website with a few other bits. But let's give this a try. Okay, this is very powdery. You didn't see that, but it's got quite a lot of tap off. Let's have a look at the shade here. Oh, that shading is not good. I don't think shade Free really matches my skin tone. I tend to try and use translucent powder because every time I use like a powder that's actually like got a colour to it, it tends to make me look a bit orange. It has made the foundation look a little bit cakey, like you can't see it on camera, but in real life if you look in a mirror my foundation does look a little bit on the cakey side. I wouldn't really recommend this. I'd definitely say if you've got a little bit more money, go for the collection pressed powder in Translucent, because that literally sets your foundation lovely and doesn't make it look cakey at all. I'm now going to move on to eyebrows, which I rarely ever fill in anyway, but for the sake of this challenge I said I was going to do a full face of makeup, and I'm not doing eyeliner because I rarely wear it, so I instead decided to do my eyebrows instead, and I went for the Beauty UK Simply Define eyebrow pencil in the shade Dark Brown. I think my eyebrows are more black, but they didn't have a black, so I went for the darkest they had, which is dark brown, and this was only £2, so I'm really not holding up much hope for this. Okay, first impressions, this is a very, very sharp pencil, and isn't very comfortable to fill your eyebrows in with. I think, yeah, it's an alright eyebrow pencil. I think if I had the right shade and my eyebrows were better shaped, it's not bad for £2. I think if you're just getting into doing your eyebrows and you don't know whether it's going to suit you or not, I'd recommend getting this one because it seems to actually work for £2. I'm now going to move on to doing my eyes, and I picked up the new NYC individual colour individual eyes thing, and this is in the green eyes palette. So I'm hoping this works because it only cost me £2.50. It's normally £3.99 full price, but Superdrug had an offer on that all NYC products were £2.50 or under. This kit also comes with a primer, so I'm going to use that to prime my eyes to begin with. See what this primer is like. I normally use Benefit's Lemonade, so let's have a... Ooh, I don't really like that much. Right, now I look like I have yellow eyelids. Let's start with the base colour. I quite like this colour. It's quite a pretty kind of grey purple. Okay, I'm going to give it to this palette. It does have very nice pigmentation. I think if I hadn't used the primer included, it would look a lot better on my eyes, but no creasing. It's giving great colour payoff for £2.50. I am really, really impressed with this. And it looks quite nice so far. And I'm not going to do the full smoky look because I actually have to go out after this, so I'm just going to do the other sort of main contour colour, which is this kind of mauvey purple colour. More plum, actually, clearly I can't talk colours, plum colour, and just do that on the outer corner and into the crease. Right, so that's it on both my eyes. I think, looking at it, it has given quite a nice effect, and it has really brought the green out in my eyes, which I really like. So I think with proper brushes and not me just using whatever brushes I have round, this will be a good look for me. This is the 17 Define and Conquer Contour Kit that was £4 in the £2 for 8 offer, or it's £4.99 for regular retail price. So I'm going to use my Zoeva Luxe Sheer Cheek brush to do the bronzer. It comes with a bronzer and highlighter. It looks like quite a nice dupe for... Oh god, that is very powdery. So yes, it looks like a dupe for Benefit's Hoola, which I use on a regular basis and really like. I think looking at it, I actually prefer this to Benefit's Hoola, which is good because that means now I can buy this for sort of £5 instead of Hoola's £23. I think with my MAC foundation this might look a bit better. I think I'm really not liking the foundation now. I know I said I actually quite liked it, but it's making my skin really itchy. I think because it's got the acid in it to help clear up spots, my skin's really not agreeing with it. So rating on the foundation has gone down. Right, that's my bronzer done, and I'm now just going to use a Real Techniques blusher brush to do the highlighting on the tops of my cheekbones. Actually, I should do my blusher before I do the highlighter, so I'll show you my blusher quickly. But I'll be using the same brush, I've got two of them. I picked up the MUA blusher in Candy Floss. Only annoying thing is though, it got slightly broken. I don't know whether it was broken in store and I didn't check properly, or it got broke on the way home. But now it's all kind of bashed up in there and it's going to be really annoying to use, so I can't give a proper 100% review on this, but I have to sweep that on my cheeks. Yeah, I quite like that. Gonna deny, it's quite a nice colour. And just gonna finish off with my highlighter. So I'm gonna use another of my Real Techniques brushes, and I quite like this highlighter because it's a matte one. All the other highlighters I own are quite shimmery, so it'd be nice to have a matte one in my collection if I like this one. It does create a very nice highlight. So yeah, I like that. I would fully recommend this 17 Define and Conquer Contour Kit. Last two products, mascara and lip gloss. I normally do my mascara when I finish my eyes, but I completely forgot I had this. But yes, I got the MUA Mega Volume Mascara in black brown, and this was £3. Okay, the brush doesn't look too bad. Let's see what it looks like on the lashes. It does separate your lashes up very nicely. It doesn't seem, it's quite a nice natural mascara, which is quite nice. I actually really like this. It has actually surprisingly given my eyelashes some volume. I would 10 out of 10 recommend this mascara. I really, really like it. On to the final product, just to finish my face off, is the NYC Liquid Lip Shine Lip Gloss in the shade Rockefeller Red. It was £2.50 on their special offer thing, but it's normally only £2.99 anyway. Doesn't look to be much colour payoff, it just looks like a clear lip gloss. My camera just died, so I'm going to have to finish the rest of this on my phone. This is the finished makeup look. It's not horrendous, but let's just say I'm not leaving the house looking like this. I think the main issue is the foundation and the powder. Would not recommend them. I think maybe if you have oilier skin and not dry skin, the foundation may suit you. But I did find some gems in this collection that I did really like. One of them, as you saw, was the mascara. Would fully recommend this for £3. It's probably the best I've used in this sort of price range. The other little gem is the NYC Green Eyes palette, which I really love. I was so happy that this actually turns out okay. Then the final gem is the 17 Define and Contour Contour Kit in the shade Medium. I really love this. It's a great contouring kit. So there are all the products I really loved out of this. The rest of them were okay, but I wouldn't really recommend the money. You'd be better off buying alternatives. I have also done a blog post about this challenge with more kind of in detail stuff about what I think about the products, and if you'd like to check that out, there's a link in the description box below. And I'll see you guys next week with a new video on Fridays, because Fridays are going to be my upload days now. So I'll see you next Friday. Bye!